Hey y'all, it's your girl Divine Angel 911. I am tapping in for my Sagittarius. Hey Sag, I hope y'all are staying safe, having a great day wherever you are, whenever you guys find this reading. I hope it does bring you some truth, some clarity, some confirmation. Sagittarius, this is a current energy, okay? So you may be able to reflect something that you recently may have experienced, okay? Currently experienced, okay? It hasn't been too far, okay, where you experience this energy, all right? But this may be something that you find on repeat, okay? Either with yourself, with someone else, okay? It is a past, present, future energy, okay? You guys take what resonates. Whenever you guys pop in on the message, that is when you are brought clarity, okay? We are all learning and growing on different timelines, so please understand, okay, Sag, just like I tell Taurus, or just like it is explained in the energy of creating, everyone learns at their own time, okay? So, Sag, you may be tapping into a creative energy, okay? Or you're around someone who's becoming more creative with their day, okay? Just getting into the message, okay? You may be around someone who likes to brag, okay? And it's something about whatever this person's creating or the idea they're coming up with. They may be bragging about it, okay? And you might be going along with it for a little bit, but it's starting to hit personal, okay? Where it's like, okay, I don't even want to go along with this anymore, okay? Excuse me. So Sagittarius, you may be in this energy of feeling secure about everything you have, covering your baseline, to your basics, okay? But this could be, not for everybody, but someone in the military or someone who may have military family, okay, or someone who has a structure, like who comes from a structured family, okay? Maybe accepting how someone is, okay? This is everything that has happened, okay? This is understanding that maybe someone is doing this a certain way. Whatever the situation is wrapped around, Sagittarius, somebody is doing something in front of you and they're bragging and they're making it a big deal. And it's like you don't have to make it a big deal, okay? Could be your response, okay? If this is a part of someone's rebuilding stage, Sag, this is, if you will, like a time for you to be in a more mature position to understand somebody around you who I feel, may be immature about certain things, okay, when it comes to starting over, okay? And starting over, that could be anything, okay? That could be starting a new job, moving to a new home, okay? Starting in a whole entire different state, all right? But the way this person comes off, it's like they have to maybe make other people feel bad, okay, about their start over process, okay? And however they're making people feel, it could be, again, bragging, okay? It's like, oh, I'm about to move to my nice house. Or such and such just got me a nice car. Or, it's like saying something in a way that makes a person around you like, okay, wonderful. I mean, almost as if they want you to feel bad that they are being taken care of, okay? Or that they are able to take care of something, without someone's support or without someone in particular, okay, being in the picture. It doesn't even have to be this person contributing to paying for something, okay? It's just this person here may understand that this is bringing like some type of tension, okay? If it was brought to you, Sagittarius, okay, this is one of those moments where you may be really thankful, okay, that you're not going through a storm that maybe someone's intentionally wanting somebody to go through, okay? It's almost like they want to teach someone a lesson, okay? And this is bringing maybe you some insight on how somebody's been behaving or acting away from you. Okay? I just want to write this down real quick. Somebody wants to teach you or someone else a lesson. Okay? The thing about teaching a lesson is you have to know what lesson you're teaching, and you have to know what you're talking about. Okay? So there's something about somebody, whoever this person is who's doing all this bragging, Sag, okay? Whatever lesson they're trying to teach you, okay, or someone else, there's something about this lesson this person has not learned just yet. And this person may be at the top of the line, you know what I'm saying? But because they don't know this one thing, it might have took them all the way down to the end of the line. You know what I mean? Because of this one piece of information they don't know that you might have information on, but you don't have all the knowledge and history that this person has. Okay? So because you meet the requirement of a piece of information and this person doesn't, it's like you are making progress through this situation. Okay, so your position in this, Sag, okay, is showing that you are able to ground yourself. You're able to keep yourself stable. Okay, continue to go to work. Okay, you may find different ways to motivate yourself. Okay, so that you are getting up and going to work. If it's music, or if it's, turning the news on, turning the TV on, just having some sound going on throughout the day that keeps you in a elevated energy, motivated energy. Okay, you might be moving in this way. Okay, something about you actually is changing, Sagittarius, because of this person or because of the energy they project. Okay, it almost makes you feel, extremely humble for your job, for your home, for all the things that you have, because of how this person's bragging. Okay, it's almost like they're wearing it on their sleeve and wanting people to look at it. Okay, to get deeper into this person's energy, this could be someone who's like a investor, or they spend a lot of money. Okay, let's see what lesson they wanted to teach you, though, Sag, because if you are the one experiencing a humbling moment, okay, and you're giving gratitude, giving gratitude and being thankful, then this person could be in the opposite energy. Okay, if it's not this person who's got the money, okay, it's someone around this person who needs money, who may be bragging. Okay, if they don't need money, they're bragging that they have somebody to take care of them and buy them X, Y, and Z. Okay, the only thing about this, Sag, and I want to emphasize or teach you a lesson, because this is someone who sees that you've got yourself grounded. Okay, in other words, you were able to pull your weight, okay, to get back and forth to work, to put yourself in a place if that's what you did. Okay, but it's like this person, it's like, what lesson is there for you to learn from this person? Okay, you've learned to establish yourself independently. Okay, you've learned to pay your bills. You've learned to do a lot of things in a way where you were brought out the storm. Maybe you brought yourself out the storm, just being extra careful. Okay, and so whoever this is, okay, maybe you're extra careful when it comes to love, because I see security, which means your living situation. If it's financial, okay, then you're able to secure your finance, situation. If it's rebuilding, you know how to pack up, move out, and move in, start all over. Okay. And even if you have someone around you who doesn't understand that, the rebuilding or moving from one place to another, you may be teaching them. Okay. But how this is showing up, shaky. Okay? In other words, someone is trying to, I don't know, make you look a certain kind of way, and maybe making somebody else look a certain kind of way, or maybe trying to teach somebody a lesson, okay, and giving you like some type of treatment, you know what I mean, spoiled treatment for whatever reason, teach you a lesson, okay? It's like when you watch your siblings get in trouble, all right? You might not have did anything, but you walked in the room and you saw your sister or your brother get in trouble, okay? So you're watching them, you know, be taught a lesson, okay? But you ain't got nothing to do with it. So because you don't have nothing to do with it, all right, your parent might take you out for ice cream and go spoil you, all right, while the other one is sitting in the corner figuring out what they did wrong, okay? So that's the energy I'm getting off of this, Sag. Okay, you secured something, you know what I mean? Again, you're the one that's walking into the room. Okay? So I feel like you walking into the room, all right, and seeing somebody be taught a lesson, okay? It may show absence. It may show distant love. It may show attitude. It may show ego, okay? Whatever this is, even if that person's not there to be taught the lesson, but someone feels like maybe abandoning, leaving them out in the cold, leaving them behind, not reaching out, not talking to them, okay? This could be someone suffering from abandonment issues and is using this as a way to have power over someone, as if they can abandon this person and they feel bad for being abandoned, left out, okay? So someone who grew up suffering from abandonment issues is now forcing abandonment on someone, okay? It might be bragging about their lifestyle now that they have done something to force somebody to be abandoned, okay? It's like someone telling on themselves for, you know, maybe, for example, if you had to abandon your apartment, okay, well, this person's energy has something to do with you abandoning your apartment. If you had to leave your apartment and maybe left something in there, okay, it's because of this person's energy, okay? It's something about this person that is still suffering silently, okay? And this is someone who may be trying to teach a lesson they cannot teach, okay? Again, how can you abandon someone that may be abandoned by family or parents, okay? Family or distant family, okay? It's almost like somebody wants maybe a family member to be abandoned, okay? And it's because they feel abandoned, or they know they will be abandoned based on maybe some type of truce, okay? If somebody's bragging, it's because they got a one-up, they got leverage, they got an advance, they got something over somebody and was able to go splurge, okay? So I feel like Sagittarius, whatever this is, somebody secured something, splurged on it, okay, and wanted to teach somebody else a lesson, as if they didn't know how to spend money, or this is what, you know, they would do with the money, or, you know, just kind of bragging again. But you, on the other hand, you may have did something, let's say, honorable compared to what this person has done, okay? And that just might be securing yourself in a place, taking care of yourself, making sure you got your bills paid, okay? You're not using it, you know, mischievously. You're not using it, you know, with negative or ill will intent, okay? So I feel like this is someone who is trying to make someone feel, you know, uncomfortable about a space that they're in. If they're considered abandoned, okay, it would be almost like sitting in an abandoned building. Nobody's coming inside of it, okay? The lights are off. There's no heat. No, you know, it's just a roof. So, I mean, at least you got a roof over your head for whoever you are. Listen in, because you're the person who's going to who's teaching the lesson of being abandoned, okay? That when you're abandoned, you get back up and you keep moving, okay? You don't abandon yourself. If someone abandons you, you don't abandon yourself. You keep getting up and you keep moving, Okay, so it seems like you are already, separating yourself from this person. If not, it's like you can already maybe break free who it is, in this message, Sagittarius, that you feel someone is binded to somebody. Okay, it's like, you know what, I think I know who Divine is talking about. Okay, whatever situation this is, it's realizing that someone is trying to make, I feel like this is somebody else, Sagittarius, in your energy. Okay, it's like trying to make this person look spoiled. Okay, or maybe again, if this is you being spoiled while somebody else is being taught a lesson, they could be making this person look selfish. Okay, because what comes after spoiled is selfish. All right, spoiled, somebody else is controlling the things they want to do to treat you. Selfish is you having every control to treat you and wanting to do it a way where nobody else gains the abundance as you do. Okay, so if somebody is spoiling you, they may be making you feel like an only child, Sag. Okay, but you may have siblings. All right, if you don't have siblings, Sag, okay, this person here may be spoiling you because of their, let's say, childhood days. Okay, maybe they were not spoiled. They were loved, they were cared for, but maybe their parents, okay, had odds with each other. Okay, but this is someone who still kept the love in between their parents. All right, so they may have spoiled you. Okay, and that's bringing you comfort, and making themselves feel good that they can do that for you. Okay, but then selfish comes next. Okay, and selfish means I'm gonna do this for myself. Okay, I don't care how anybody sees this, if it's done for you or not. Okay, so this is someone who I feel like is trying to create like some type of gap between you and somebody. Okay, and it's almost like they're building a bridge, a love-hate bridge, because if this is someone close to you, okay, a friend, a relative, okay, and you're being, let's say, spoiled, Sagittarius. It says, today I am special. Today I will realize that I am a unique, one-of-a-kind person. It's like somebody is trying to separate you or make you stand out, or you may stand out, maybe different than others, or you may be different than someone. Maybe how you're moving is just different, okay, than this person. But this is someone here who is like comparing. They're comparing you to somebody else, comparing themselves to somebody else. Okay, you or them. They're comparing whatever situation they have going on to someone else. Okay, and it may be highlighting how different or how unique somebody really is. Okay, based on them getting back up and not leaving themselves behind. Okay, there's something you might be seeing in someone, or maybe it's just showing up. This is you knowing naturally, like somebody's going to do what they have to do to get back, on their toes and be happy again. Okay, but maybe you are turning that spoiled cup over. Okay, this is, well, it doesn't all have to go to me type energy, right? So you could be dealing with an Aries. You don't have to be Sag. Okay, but in this energy it's like I will be much more happier, okay, if this was shared with this person. Okay, so it's a beautiful thing, Sagittarius. If something landed in your hands, the way you are handling this, the way you're conducting this situation is saying, it's not just for me, it's for everyone. So I would like to share. Okay, so everyone gets a piece of cake, right? somebody begs to differ, okay? In other words, they don't want you to share this. This is why you're being spoiled, okay? They don't want you to share. I'm sorry, I'm just writing. So, Sagittarius, someone's in a, only benefit for me energy if they don't want you to share, okay? So if they're spoiling you, they're still benefiting off of themselves. Even if it looks like they're spoiling you, they're the ones getting some type of benefit out of this, okay? That means whoever is supporting the system of you being spoiled, they're getting something out of that, okay? I don't feel like this is taken as don't take it as a bad thing, Sag, okay? I just feel like this person here, the lesson that this person here needs to learn, okay, is how to get up on their own, okay, or pick themselves up, okay, when they're feeling abandoned, left out, isolated, or alone, even if that is, like somebody who, I feel it. This person here is binded. Let me see. I got to break out of this energy, Sag. This is why this message sounds so complex, okay? It sounds so dragging. It sounds like I am struggling to get this message out, okay? Understand that I am, because wherever this person is sitting, whoever this person is, and your energy is sitting in a dark, dark, dark place. And it's like pulling them out of this place. Okay, it's like, come on, you gotta like follow the light. Come straight to the light so I can pull you up. This person's like, oh, I can't get there. You know what I mean? Or they show you that they can get to the light, but then when you try to help them, they almost pull you down. So, and then they make it seem like they're not pulling you down. So you're like, okay. Second guessing yourself, questioning yourself. Okay, this is someone here who is struggling to keep a smile on their face, okay? Struggling to stay happy, okay? But yet trying to teach someone a lesson, okay, who they felt abandoning somebody, all right? Here's Sag. Ooh, there's a lot of message with this one. This person could be like living somebody else's life, okay? You might be picking up on like their change of ways, their change of style, habit, even how they talk, okay? It's like this person is like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? Sag, you could be looking at somebody like, okay, it's a fresh start. Somebody's changing up. Today is a brand new day that I will embrace as a new beginning and make the most of this day. So this is happy to see somebody doing something different or feeling good about themselves. Okay? Feeling optimistic, seeing the beauty and goodness in the hearts of every person you interact with. Okay? So here you are, Sag. You are staying positive around somebody who is absolutely like their head is spinning almost. Okay, you might have a gentle, natural smile on your face, where this person has I cannot smile, but I'm going to make myself smile face. Okay, and it almost, when you see this person, it's one of those things where you have to check your attitude first before you acknowledge them, because this person can go way off the wall. Okay, when it comes to their attitude. In other words, if they see the wrong look on your face, if they get the wrong feeling from you, okay, you already know this person's going to throw shade and attitude. So you may do your very best staying in a peaceful and positive energy around this person, okay? I feel like this is someone trying to have control of your attitude or somebody else's attitude, or the both of y'all's attitude, where it's breaking you apart, okay? This is like a MO that this person has, and they've been getting away with this type of energy, okay? And this is being brought to your attention, Sag, because maybe this person spends a lot of time with you, okay? And they think they can get away with doing things behind your back in secret, and you won't know because nobody's around you to tell you these things, okay? If I keep gossiping to you about someone, you'll eventually stop wanting to talk to them, reach out to them, look for them, help them, pursue them, see them, okay? If I keep that in your ear, okay? But if I don't, you might venture off and go reach out to this person and ask them 1,000,001 questions, okay? Which I don't want you to do, okay? This is why someone feels if they spoil you and give you everything you want because it shows up somewhere in your need, okay? This is someone who feels like they can keep you attached, all right, to their control. In other words, whatever it is they're getting away with, they will use it to their advantage to stop you if you go wander, or look for somebody else's outcome results, okay? Be careful with this type of energy, Sagittarius, okay? You spend a lot of love and compassion around this person. You smile in their face. They do a whole lot to try to discourage you, sabotage you, put you in your feelings. You may give them an eyebrow. You do something that makes them fall back a little bit, all right? But this is someone who knows at some point you're going to have a problem with them, okay? So again, like I said at the beginning here, Sag, this is someone who wants to get away with abandoning someone who they may feel has abandonment issues, but they don't know if this person has abandonment issues. But they do. And they feel, well, let's see how you feel if I abandon you type energy. Okay, so that's what somebody is on. Let's see how you would feel if I. Let's see how you would feel if I. Okay, that's how this person is moving energetically. Okay, you are being given the advice, Sagittarius, to live in the present. Okay, if you started the day off with a smile, you are in control of your attitude. Okay, even if you did not, okay, you are in control of your attitude. In other words, this is taking a moment to smile. Okay, in other words, love is winning, and it is on your side because you are being loving to this person, okay? This is, okay, I don't know why but all right, you're still showing this person heart, okay? Love, all right? Even if they are saying things that may be all up in your business, maybe negative about somebody else's business, judgy, it's a whole lot going on, but you're doing your best to stay almost like a peacemaker, okay? Like you are keeping the peace between this person and whatever their problem is, okay? So clearly this person has a problem and may walk around as if everything is okay, perfect, I'm perfect, if that's how they feel, okay? This is someone here who may be judging somebody's appearance. This is like doing... like hyping you up, praising you, giving you kudos, but then like weighing somebody down. Well, they ain't got the outfit that they need, they ain't got shoes, they ain't got this, they ain't got that, they ain't got, and you just sit back with your eyebrows raised up like, I can't believe you were going on and on about somebody with the haves and have-nots. Okay, today I am accepting. Today I will open my heart and listen with an open mind to new ideas and opportunities. This is giving you a chance, Sagittarius, to say, oh my goodness, I am so grateful that all these things that have been gifted and blessed to me or given to me, I've been blessed with, okay? I'm grateful for them, okay? You may be maybe reaching out to people around the neighborhood, or you're reaching out to friends, or you're reaching out to people who are in a grateful energy. Okay, girl, I'm so glad to hear from you. I'm so glad to talk to you. I'm so glad, to see you. Okay, you may have ran into someone, Sagittarius, maybe after being around somebody with this much negativity. Okay, you ran into somebody who may have been glad to see you. Okay, if they told you, Sag, I'm so glad I saw you today, or I'm so glad I talked to you today, or I'm so glad you called me today, okay, understand that they are now wanting you to see energetically the energy you are coming out of. Because if somebody's like, I'm so glad I saw you today, okay, you couldn't imagine what I just been going through before I saw you. So I'm glad I saw you, okay? Because it made me feel at this point, if you are Sagittarius, you're somebody that I know, okay? This is bringing me back to, who I know, okay? And if it's back to myself, or if it's back to, my higher praise, okay? Then that is who you're going back to. And that is drawing you back to being this grateful and humble person. You may, after seeing them, you may have went home, may have gotten a car, whatever you did, you did something with gratitude, okay? It's almost like you may have said a prayer, okay? Or you went home, you know what I mean? Or maybe you said a prayer with this person, okay? Or you went home and said a prayer, or you just started doing nice things for people around you, okay? Because your heart, you know what I mean, is in a place where, somebody was weighing you down with negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions for you to partake, you know what I mean, for you to activate, for you to be a part of, and continue to indulge in, and wanting you to pour that energy out to your friends, if you will. So now the gossip talk or the tea talk is now being poured into everybody's cup. And it stopped, okay, wherever you ran into someone who was so glad to see you. That's where it stopped, because their glass was being poured into, okay, but they may have been poured into in a negative way, and they glad they saw you because you were the light of their day, okay? But you coming away from somebody nonchalantly who has a negative energy, and you run into somebody who glad to see you, Sagittarius, they're like, look, I am so glad to see you, which means this energy is unfolding for you, saying, Sag, your energy is, I am so glad I am not like this. I am so glad that I am doing X, Y, and Z for myself, and not depending, or I'm making sure that I can do this and this by myself and not solely depend on, okay? I feel like it's unfolding for you to see that someone's ideas, okay, was to block somebody's opportunity, okay? And they may have forced you to believe, that someone may have sabotaged themselves with their own negligence towards their life, their lifestyle, their health, their work, okay? And so you may have had to take some time to really sit down and listen, okay? Sagittarius, whatever you're doing to sit down and listen, I do feel like it's like prayer and meditation, all right? It's something about the color green. Army green could be very significant, okay? But this color brings security in your energy, okay? Or it makes you feel safe, okay? The color green. Maybe you just like the color green, okay? But it's a bright color, right? And it's a natural color. And it makes you feel, earthly, or it makes you feel, solid within yourself, okay? But this energy here kind of shows that somebody is not being 100% with you, okay? Because you might be, getting, one side of somebody's intake on a situation, and then you're getting another intake, but not on somebody else's situation. You're intaking on how somebody approached you, okay? And how they approached you may have made you feel like a hero to this person. And so it's got you now doing something heroic, okay? Again, around maybe the community, or this could be maybe for family members, or you could be working somewhere, let's say, providing care services, okay? Where you are showing commitment or you're showing dedication, that you are still a loving and compassionate person, that you still care, you're still a generous person. Just because you sit around these type of people, or someone who gossips and curses or is negative, or minds everybody else's business and X, Y, and Z, doesn't mean you are this type of person. But this is explaining how much of a problem somebody does have with someone you may be accepting in this energy, okay? And it may have taken you to do something heroic for you to open your eyes and see that someone is rejecting somebody and wanting you to reject them, wanting you to go along with it, okay? And again, if you sit down long enough and continue to listen to the tea, okay, the gossip, all right, it's going to at some point want you to give into it and say something back in return, right? To now express your negative thoughts and feelings about somebody. So this is somebody trying to entangle you up in some type of, sticky situation. This is maybe knowing how close you and somebody are, and trying to compare you and that person, trying to cause a storm between you and that person, trying to isolate you and that person from each other, trying to keep you two at a distance, maybe even fighting each other, verbally, okay? But using this as a way to keep the drama, okay? Because this is now stirred into, maybe under their roof, okay? I am happy today. Happiness and love will fill my heart and soul all day is like a family card, okay? So somebody within the family, all right, Sagittarius, wants you to give in to their negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions about another family member, okay? And they painted a picture. They painted an illusion, okay? If you know this family member to be an alcoholic, child, they painted this family member out to be an alcoholic, a drunk, okay? Always abusing, okay? Just making you turn your nose and lip around about this person or a family member as if their life, like, what happened to them? Okay, but sources like, wait, hold up, Sagittarius. You don't ever get one side of the story and go along with it, okay? I know you get the other side, don't you? Okay, so today I would not give in, Sag, all right? This here is given the energy that you're not allowing someone's negative thoughts, feelings, and emotions to drag you down, or whatever they're saying to drag somebody else down. You're not allowing it to unfold that way. Okay, so you could be encouraging or motivating someone to get up, to stay positive, to stay productive, to be encouraged. Okay. And this might be actually encouraging you to do the same thing. And it could be, keeping people around you encouraged, right? And achieving happiness and whatever that may be, okay? But finding peace in your own life first, okay? This is, again, I'm so glad that I'm not going through X, Y, and Z, or dealing with this, and that, okay? Because it's almost like somebody is trying to get your opinion on someone, okay, to see if they can now take an opportunity that you would offer them away from you, okay? So this is somebody who likes to have control over family members. They like to bring up family member gossip, okay? What you think about them, okay? And whatever. Well, I was going to do this for such and such. Oh, yeah, well, no, I wouldn't do that just yet. They blah, 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 and dee-dee-doo-dee-doo, okay? I wouldn't work so hard for that opportunity, okay? So this is someone, again, sabotaging your thought, feeling, and emotion based on how you feel about somebody, okay? And wanting to alter that, okay? So I'm going to link Cancerian's reading in this message here for you, Sag, okay? I did it back in 2023, okay, where I said Cancerian, it was a Cancerian reading, okay, pretty much about, you guys, you'll see. I'm going to link it. I'll make sure you guys are aware, okay, of the part of the message that I am trying to interpret for y'all, okay? But at the end of the day, this is you being proud of yourself for supporting yourself, securing yourself, and grounding yourself, okay? And not allowing anybody else's feelings and emotions to dictate how you should feel about somebody, okay? That's what the Cancerian reading was about, okay? If someone is making you feel some type of way about another person, whether it's a friend or a family member, okay, it's not up to them. Okay, it's up to you how you want to exhaust those feelings and emotions. Okay, today I will look ahead. I will see my future. It is a beautiful life I'm looking forward to. Today I feel healthy. I feel like you are again doing something positive to encourage and motivate yourself. Maybe coming out of the feeling, okay, that somebody may have been weighing you down about someone. Okay, if it's not about yourself. Okay, this is, maybe you even questioning yourself a lot, okay, about what somebody is saying. But it seems like, Sag, you may be in a clear state of mind where you're able to now see or hear things clearly, okay? It might be bringing you peace as well, or is bringing you peace that someone here is also doing something at a ground level, okay, or getting themselves grounded on a, let's say, a level that you understand, okay. There's 2 brown cards on the bottom here of all these colorful affirmations I've been reading out for you, Sagittarius. So this tells me that you two may have something in common, and whatever it is that you have in common, it discusses the energy, or it communicates the energy of feeling healthy, okay? Feeling healthy, feeling beautiful, being at peace with who you are, okay? And looking forward to brighter days ahead, okay? Being positive, all right? So you could be an influencer, you could be motivation speaker, you could be someone who is, inspiring others to, get out there and do something inspiring, okay? That's positive, healthy, okay? Motivating and encouraging, right? So to help you accept these wonderful things in life, okay? And in a positive, healthy way, you know what I mean? It's not running around and causing a storm. It's actually finding peace when the storm is happening. It's, you know what, I'm not even about to get all the way upset, or I'm not about to get upset. I'm not about to entertain it. It's just based on how much control you have. So if you have that much control to discern yourself, if you will, that much discernment to hold back, how you feel while a problem is occurring or while a storm is occurring, then this will be the same energy, used as far as discerning how much somebody is saying, in a negative way or negative talk about a family member or a friend, however this resonates for you, okay? And being able to use your own judgment, all right? So I'm going to leave the message there for you, Sagittarius, okay? I did put that card back in there. Today I feel healthy. Today my mind is clear, my body is healthy, and my soul is at peace, okay? Again, because you might be an influencer, so is this person, if that is the case, or the both of you may just have this really, inspiring energy where when you guys are out there, if this is you and someone close, okay, when you both are out there, you may, make other people want to join. You're, walking with you, dancing with you, singing with you, okay? You both may bring energy, okay? A spark of energy, and it's attracting, those who are looking to create, because you're in a creative space, and so is this person who is being obviously sabotaged by someone who may not be in a creative space, or if they are in a creative space, it's like they had to weigh somebody down who was already creating, okay? Deplete them, get them all the way out of their comfort zone, kick them out their house. It's almost like if you don't want your neighbor living next to you, you're going to go to the lease office and you're going to report this neighbor every day. Okay? Every day. You go into the lease office. Okay, lease office lady. The lady next door, she done smoked a cigarette. Okay, lease office lady. The lady done came in with a crate of beer and wine, and I don't know what to do. Okay, Lisa lady. The lady came in and she had a group of kids and they all was in there smoking weed. Okay, Lisa lady. Okay, I every time I go to run my water, it always got a 5-second delay. Okay, it's like somebody is always complaining, okay, about someone, all right? And maybe the things that they do that are keeping them together, that are keeping them stable, that are keeping them successful, that are keeping them happy, okay? So this is you accepting, okay, someone's true character. This is, you know what, I see you for who you truly are. And I see that you don't like that someone is showing their true character and benefiting, you know, the positive outcome, okay? So this may be helping you make a different choice or better choices when it comes to how you've been moving forward, okay, Sag? That is your message. Today I am energetic, okay? Today I'm filled with an incredible energy and enthusiasm to face this beautiful day, all right? So this does feel like a fresh start for you, all right? Well, today is a fresh start, okay? Today is a brand new day that I will embrace as a new beginning and make the most of this day. You may feel excited, okay, for making some type of adjustment, for changing your mind, or for doing something different after maybe getting one last conversation about somebody. And not last, but this is the last time I'm going to hear you, you know, talk about somebody like this. Or this is the last time I'm going to hear you mention somebody like this. Okay? This could be how you feel. Okay? And somebody doesn't understand that all this negative talk is really weighing other people down now. You know what I'm saying? It's, okay, you probably got to her, you know, or him. You probably done got them all the way in their feelings, but I'm hearing you down. And this is starting to hurt my feelings. Okay? So it's like somebody is intentionally trying to hurt someone's feelings. And this is because their feelings are truly hurt. Okay? So this is someone, you know, again, that you might be wanting to, you know, have lighter conversations with. All right? But that is your message, Sag. That's what I have for you. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe if you guys resonate with the reading. All right? Stay tuned to the channel. Welcome to the new subscribers. Thank you for tapping in. Y'all be sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe. Check the description box down below. All right, for any information about me, and if you guys would like to donate to the channel, that information is available in the description box down below. Sag, I love you guys. Y'all stay safe. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.